So hey guys, hello everyone, good evening. How are you all? So tell me in the chat quickly, how are you all? And when am I audible and visible clearly, guys? And guys, am I audible and visible both? Yeah. So guys, so as we all know, we are here today for the JavaScript Programming Essential Bootcamp. So are you all are excited or not? And may I know from where you people are joining? From which state, country, or from where, which place? Fast, guys. Quickly tell me in the chat box, please. Yeah. So, guys, as we all know, we are here for the JavaScript Essential Bootcamp, which is for 3 days, and I'm this is me, and I'm from LetsUpgrade. Of course, I'm not your trainer, but here for telling you how to mark your attendance for the 3 days program, so that in the last day of the bootcamp, you will get your certificate, and it's a valid as we have collaboration with with ITM, NSDC, and Let's Upgrade. So, so on all the 3 days, you have to mark your attendance first of all, and on day two and day three, you will be having your assignment, which is not on day one, because on day one we teach you basics. So there is no assignment on day one. You have to just submit it on day two and day three. And to get your certificate, you have to mark your attendance. That is very important. So let me share my screen and tell you how to mark the attendance. Yeah. So guys, is my screen visible? Guys, tell me fast in the comment box, please. How long is this session? This session is for 2 hours for 3 days. Neeraj? Yeah. So here in the description box, here you can see one link, click on it, and you will be directed to this page. And here you can see your market attendance option. Click on it, how much you like the session, will you recommend it to the friend. Of course, I know that our trainers is very knowledgeable, so they will be very fantastically. So I will give 10 on 10. And if you are interested in any of our paid program, which is we have Java and DSA and also full stack web development. So if are you interested in any of this, then click on it, please. And if you have any suggestion for us, anything else, we can go further. I will, as per your, you can give any of the feedback, submit your attendance, reload the page again. One second. Reload your page, you can see the progress bar. For on day three, for getting your certificate, you have to, means you need to have minimum 50% or above the 50% of the progress bar. And here on the side of this progress bar, you can see on day three we will get to download the certificate. And as the same way, click on the same link, and on day two and day three, below the mark attendance option, you will get view and submit assignment. So there you have to submit your assignment through GitHub, and share your GitHub link with us, and we will get your assignments. And, so and yes, guys. So this was all that how you have to mark your attendance, and which is very important. After marking the attendance, make sure that you reload the page, so your progress bar will increase. And we have Java DSA, Java and DSA programs. So if you're interested, please enroll yourself. And so let our trainer. Hello, sir, Ritik sir.
Yes, hi everyone. How are you?
Hi, sir. Sir, can you tell something about our JavaScript program to our students or audience?
Yep, sure, sure. First of all, hello everyone. How are you guys? We'll be having this bootcamp for 3 days, right? So initially we'll be covering the basics of JavaScript, starting with the installation part, and after that we'll cover basic the variables and things like that. Then on second day we'll be covering loops, right? Very important for your projects and concepts as well. After loops we'll be covering objects and things like that. And on the final day we'll be making a good project, right? So the project will be most probably based upon form validation, but I'll confirm the project and let you know. But for now, this is what we have. I hope you'll enjoy the session, right? And if you feel anything, if you feel that you need anything or
Yeah.
any kind of support, the team is there to help you out. So I think
Sir,
it will be
your
a good
voice
learning
is,
for the 3 days.
sorry to interrupt. Sir, your voice is very low. Can you check it, please?
Just a second.
And yeah, and Gaikwad Bhushya, there is no offline class in Mumbai. Sorry. And Faiz Khan, yes, we provide certificate which we will get on day 3 after marking your attendance and submitting the assignment. How to mark Kano, in the description box you can see a one link. We will also send it on the comment box. You can click on it and mark your attendance there. Yes, you will get 10 coins by marking the attendance. If your attendance page is not opening, then you can try it later also, guys. So handing the session to the Ritik sir, and I'm leaving. So hope you will have a great time with the students. So yeah, bye sir.
Sure. Thank you. Yep. Hi everyone. How are you? First of all, let me share my screen. Right. Yep. Hi everyone. I hope my screen is visible and I'm properly audible as well. Can anyone confirm in the chat box? Hi everyone. Hello. Right? Am I audible as well and properly visible? Can anyone confirm? The voice is little low. I don't know why is that happening. Let me just check. Again. Mm, My volume is full. Uh, Voice is perfect, right? Can anyone also confirm how is my voice? Am I properly audible? If not, then let me know. I'll try to change my headset. Yep, I'm audible, right? Uh, Voice is perfect. Okay, Paki, what are those? Am I audible properly? Okay, great. ठीक है audible चलो सही है ठीक है okay great ठीक है so everyone welcome to the first of all boot camp session, right? JavaScript boot camp session. I hope everyone will at least get to learn at least not even the basics, at least Medic or JavaScript if you attend these 3 days boot camp, right? It will be a fun session for you as well as for me, right? Yep. So on the first day, yes, Shubham, I'll tell you the topics. Don't worry about that. So we'll be covering the JavaScript starting from the basics. So I'm assuming that you guys come from a non-technical background and you haven't yet studied JavaScript, right? So I'll be initially going with the very basics, and slowly I'll be increasing the level so that you can get to know the proper hang of it, right? Right? Okay. So yeah. With that being said, yep. Okay. So with that being said, let me just head over to my Excel drawer, and this will let me just scroll down, right? Yes, and Yep, I'll tell you the topics. Don't worry about that. I'll tell you the topics. So let me just first start the topics, right? Do let me know if my screen is properly visible, right? Okay. So we'll be starting off with JavaScript, right? So anyone? So we have heard that JavaScript does that, JavaScript does this, right? There, there's a very uh, they're saying that JavaScript is the most toughest language and the most vast language to learn, right? It is not the case, right? It is not the case. So I'll tell you, JavaScript, in fact, is the most simplest language that you'll come across, right? If you get the hang of JavaScript, right, it'll it will it will be the most beautiful thing that will be getting to learn, right? Because the most of the web development, if I were to say, 90% of the web development is only consisting of JavaScript, right? Whatever projects you make, whatever things you do, right? JavaScript is the core of all the projects. If you are good with JavaScript, if you are good with your logics, if you are good with, let's suppose, uh, your your implementation part using JavaScript, then everything, uh, mark my words, everything will be very easy, right? But if you're not aware of JavaScript, if you are not doing JavaScript properly, then there might be cases that you'll find some difficulties in getting to get a hang of it and getting to make some projects. So uh, JavaScript, right? It's very essential. Uh, Audio is not clear. Audio is not clear. Anyone else? Is the audio not clear? Is the audio not clear, guys? Can anyone let me know? There is a sound. Just give me a second. Let me just bring another headphones. Just give me a second. Yep. Hi. Just give me a second. No, I don't think so. I'm using an internal mic. Audio. Yep, I'm using my device, the headphones mic, right? अरे एक चीज बताओ यार some of you saying it's clear, some of you not, some of you are saying it's not clear. ठीक है. If the issue exists now, do let me know. I'll switch it to headphones now. I have my headphones near me, right? चलो ठीक है ठीक है ठीक है. Right. So sorry for the delay. चलो ठीक है. So I was saying that JavaScript is the core of web development, right? So with that being said, what is JavaScript? Anyone in the chat? Anyone in the chat? What do you mean by JavaScript, and how is it different from other programming languages like C++, Java, and things like that? So, anyone has got an answer for that? What do you mean by JavaScript? Or, in fact, what is JavaScript? According to your knowledge, in the chat box, I can. It does not matter if you're wrong. Just give me anything you know about JavaScript, and we'll try to clear out. JavaScript is, it's a scripting language. Okay, it is used to make websites. It is a scripting language. Scripting language. Scripting language. Okay, multi type language. Which, okay, so I'll tell you, right? I'll tell you. Okay, I'll 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 clear most of your questions, right? So first of all, JavaScript is not a scripting language. It was a scripting language earlier, yeah, but now it is termed as a programming language. So JavaScript is JavaScript, Java SCRIPT. JavaScript is a programming language. Yeah, it was a scripting language earlier, but now it is considered as a programming language. Yeah. Now, many of you might ask me, what do you mean by a programming language? Right? What do you mean by a programming language? Anyone? What is a programming language? Server specs. Yeah, that are the feature of that are the feature of JavaScript. But for now, I'm just asking, like JavaScript is a programming language first of all, right? And what are programming languages? Anyone? What do you mean by programming languages? Anyone? Okay, I'll tell you. It is nothing. Right? A programming language is a very simple. Yep. Yes, yes, yes. Okay. So I'll tell you. In fact, any other in fact, so languages like, I think you might have come across C for now, right? And you might have come across C++. You might have come across Java, right? These all are also programming languages, right? So what do they do? What do they exactly do? They What is the main function? Accept they accept an input, right? You give it an input. Yep, yep. So they accept an input. After that, it processes it. So what do you mean by processing? Let's suppose, yeah, let me just complete it first. It accepts an input. It will process it, and after the process, it will give you an output, right? It will just simply give you an output. It will just simply give you an output. As simple as that. Okay. So what do you mean by accepting an input, right? So let's suppose you have declared a variables. For those of you who don't know variables now, don't worry about it. Okay. Let's suppose this is a variable. Let's suppose a, and its value is 20. And I have another variable that is b. Its value is 30. Right. So how is my programming language? How is my programming language getting to know that I have I have yep, this is my a. Yep. So I have stored a as 20 and b as 30. That is the function of a programming language, right? Irrespective of the language, every language that is a programming language will have an input. It will process it, and as well it will give an output. Okay. Process. What do I mean by process? Okay. So what do I mean by process? So let's suppose I want to do a minus b, right? Or b minus a. That is a process, right? That is a process. It is doing some calculations. I know it is a very basic calculation, but it is doing a calculation, right? It is doing a calculation. And how does it perform a calculation? With the help of a and b, right? So let's not get too big in that. But for now, it has accepted an output, it has given a process, and now it will present you the output. In this case, let's suppose you have 10, right? You have 10. As simple as that. So what is JavaScript? It's a programming language. What are programming language? They accept an input, it processes it, and it gives an output, right? Very well said by Akshay. There are set of instructions. I'm providing a set of instructions that I need to be processed by my processed by my machine or computer, right? This is JavaScript for now, right? After that, why do we use JavaScript, right? So we know that C++, C, and Java, they're also programming languages, but why do we need to study JavaScript separately, right? Why have you heard so much that JavaScript is that, JavaScript is this, and it is the heart of it is the heart of development? Why? It is for a reason, right? It is for a reason. So I'll tell you. SCRIPT, JavaScript. So what are the functions of JavaScript? First of all, I'll tell you. Just give me a second. Uh, okay. So I'll tell you what are the uses of JavaScript. Okay. So what do you guys think? Where is JavaScript used? Anyone? Can I get to know some? Can I get some answers in the chat box? Why do we use JavaScript? Anyone? It could be any answer. I don't care about right or wrong, but I just need you guys to at least attempt and guess what do you even what is the even use of JavaScript? Why do you study JavaScript? Web development, apart from, so the web development is a very basic, is a very general term. Apart from that, any specific answer? DOM, right? Web application creation, right? Making apps, developing web apps. Websites need functionality. Very well said. Uh, okay, easy to use. Amit Sharma says easy to use. Functioning of a web page. Arpit Sharma, right? Fahad says to make runtime changes. Yes, very good answer, Fahad. Right. So, server scripting, yeah. I think most of you are correct. So, I'll tell you the broad uses of JavaScript. First of all, as you guys said, it is used for making web applications, right? Apart from web applications, you can also make mobile applications, similar to web applications. Okay, web applications, mobile applications. Okay, and you can also make games. Now you might have heard that many of the games are made of JavaScript, right? So you can also make games with JavaScript, as simple as that. And you can also make standalone applications. Or let's not confuse it, guys. So apart from that, you can also make uh, uh, machine learning projects, right? If I want to integrate a machine learning project, I can do it with the help of JavaScript. Sorry, I said the opposite way around. If I want to integrate ML with my projects, I can easily do that with the help of JavaScript. It supports machine learning as well, and also IoT applications, right? All these things, and there are much more things, right? So this is just a hang of it, and etc. etc. So this is all the use of JavaScript that we have. Clear till here? The use of JavaScript, why do we use it, and things like that. Yes. Okay. So let me give you a very practical example. Let me come to a website. Right? Let me just open Amazon.com. Okay. Okay. I think many of you, most of you must have explored Amazon, right? In some part of the life. So, so what you see here is a web page. I think everyone knows what is a web page for now. Okay. What you see here, what you see on the screen is a typical web page that you have. Okay. So all the divs that you see, all the anchor tags that you see, right? This all you see, and the carousel you see. As soon as I'm clicking, it's moving from left to right, right? And these divs and things like that. And if I scroll down, I think you'll see a footer section at the bottom of the page, right? This for sure I can make it via using HTML and CSS, right? Only the static part. So all these anchor links, all these text, all these things I can make via use of what? Use of HTML and plain CSS, right? So where does JavaScript comes into picture? Now let's suppose I want to click on this part, right? As soon as I want to, or let's suppose not even this. Let me press escape for now. Okay. Uh, okay. Okay. Or let's suppose what do I want? Just give me a second. Huh. Okay. So where do you think JavaScript comes into picture? What do you think is the use of JavaScript in the website? Because website you are seeing is, according to you, is made up of only HTML and CSS, right? But see, as soon as I click on sell button, I'm landing on a page, right? And as soon as I click on start selling, it will land me to another page. It will open up a form, right? As I type some email ID and password, any random email ID and password, it will sign in. It will check whether my email ID and password that I entered is correct or not. And if the email ID and password is correct, then it will land me to some other pages, right? So what is happening here? I'm able to interact with the website, right? I'm able to make me. I'm as a human, as a let's suppose as a normal human. I'm not a developer. I'm just a human, and I want to access the website, right? By clicking on the forms, right? By clicking on the selling option, by clicking on the form, by entering my credentials, by entering my email ID, by entering my password, and by signing in, I'm able to interact. That interaction that you see, that interaction that you see is only done with the help of JavaScript, right? To make it more clear to you, it adds interactivity to your websites. You as a user can interact, can do whatever you. I'll show you some more examples. Okay, so let's suppose I go back. How do I exit the full screen mode? Just give me a second. Exit full screen mode in uh, files. Click on the click on right click on the top bar. Exit full screen mode. अच्छा, और F11 ठीक है. हाँ, yeah, ठीक ठीक है. So I'll tell you another example of interactivity. Let's suppose I come here, or let's suppose I type something, right? I type something here. As soon as I type mobile phones, right? You can see some suggestions here, right? As soon as I click mobile phones under 10,000, if I click on this page is opening up, right? So what is happening? I'm searching a keyword. Let's suppose mobile phone for here, and with respect to that keyword, I'm getting the results. You're getting it. I'm typing a mobile phone, and let's suppose I type a mobile phone under 10,000 rupees. As soon as I click here, yes, Amit, you can do it with Python as well, but for now we're talking about JavaScript, right? We're not talking about Django. So as soon as you click on mobile phone under 10,000, it is giving me the result that I want. That are all the mobile phones under 10,000. Getting it? So another example of interacting with the website, of making it dynamic, right? So this is where JavaScript comes into picture. Let's suppose I want to add some filters. Let's suppose I want only Redmi mobiles. As soon as I click only Redmi mobiles, only the Redmi mobiles will open up here on my screen, right? This is also a example of adding interactivity. I am a user, as a user can interact with my website, right? So with that being said, a main important point of JavaScript is, apart from that, its main feature is, its main feature is, what is it? It is adding interactivity. Interact, interactivity, interactivity to your web applications, right? It can be web application, it can be mobile application. We're not concerned for the we're not concerned about it for now, but the point is it can add interactivity. What do I mean by interactivity? Is that users can interact with the application according to their needs, right? According to my need. I want a mobile phone that is under 10,000. That is my need. Let's suppose there's another person who has a high budget and he wants an iPhone that is under 60,000 or 70,000 rupees. So that is his need, his or her need. So according to my need, I can interact with the website. Right, everyone? So clear till here. So what did we do for now? We We just did the basics of JavaScript, right? What is it? Why do we need it? What are the uses of it? And its main feature. Okay. Any doubts still here? Can I have yes or no in the chat box? Shubham says yes. Anyone? Okay. Some more answers, please. Yes or no? Is Are your doubts clear? Is everything clear till now? Aditya says no. So Aditya, what is exactly your doubt? Can you let me know in the chat box? Okay. Nancy says yes. Harsh says no. Harshit says no. Yes. So what are your doubts? Tell me. Apart from the things that we have covered till now. Easiest way says yes. अच्छा, no doubts you mean. ठीक है ठीक है. Aditya, no doubts. ठीक है ठीक है. Everything clear, clear, clear. Okay, great. Surbi Goel, yes, the recordings are there on the YouTube channel itself. So if you go head over to Let's Upgrade YouTube channel, and if you see the playlist, so all the lectures that are there, they'll be all be recorded. You can watch them anytime you want, right? So all clear, guys. All clear till now. Arpit says what kind of interactivity? Okay, I'll tell you. JavaScript is to add functionality in web application. Exactly, exactly. Okay. Durga, no. You before JS, there was no way to make it interactive. That's why JS was invented, right? Earlier it was called ECMAScript, but it was not the name as we have now. Sir, is JavaScript object oriented? Yes. So, Seturaj, JavaScript is both functional programming language as well as object oriented programming language. Okay. So it is both. You can also make it a functional programming language, and you can also make it a object oriented programming language. But most of the companies nowadays, if you let's suppose if you go in a company and if you work on the production code, and if you're also working on JavaScript or React JS for now, because React JS also is also a JavaScript library. So most of the companies are preferring functional JavaScript, right? So object oriented JavaScript is very outdated now. Most of the companies and most of the developers don't prefer to use it, but there are cases where you might use it. Okay. But be rest assured, 90 and 95% of the companies don't use object oriented, they just use functional programming because it is easier to use. Because it is easier to use, right? It is very easier to use. Yes, Suresh, DOM will be covered. So Kotlin is used for mobile applications, if I'm not wrong. But JavaScript is used for web applications and mobile applications as well, both. ठीक है? Okay. चलो. Now let's move ahead. ठीक है? Now, up we have covered the basics of JavaScript. Now let's come to the main topics. Okay, as someone said, let's come to the main topics, right? So now we'll be coming to the main topics. Right? So before you want to study JavaScript, right? Before we want to study JavaScript, so after before that, you should know how do you run JavaScript, right? Anyone? Anyone got any answer to that? How do you run JavaScript in on your machine? What is what is needed, or what tools are, or what softwares are needed if you want to learn JavaScript? Anyone in the chat box? Sir, can I start to learn React after this bootcamp? Amit Sharma, if your JS basics are very clear, then I would suggest you to yes, go ahead for it. But if you think that you're lagging in JS, then please I would suggest you to first focus on your JavaScript skills and then only jump to React, because React itself is consisting of JavaScript. Okay, I have many answers here. Sublime, VS Code. Yep, I got correct answer from Nanthini. VS Code. Array, in VS Code also I need something, right, to run it. VS Code may, if I don't have a software to run it, how will I run it? Yep, you can use your console, but I'm asking for a particular answer. Notepad. Notepad. ठीक है. Yes. ठीक है. I think some of you have answered it very correctly. First of all, to run JavaScript, to run JavaScript, we have two options. ठीक है. And बाकी, I think online compilers are there, but I'm only focusing on the offline compilers that you have in your machines. So let's suppose you are working on production, you are making some projects, right? In that case, you won't go to any online compiler and then do that. You must have VS Code, and inside the VS Code, you must have a particular software so that you can run. So yeah, there are two options. The first one is, it is the console of your browser. I'll tell you if you are not clearing. So just let me type it first. The console of your browser. Okay. The second option that we'll be doing today, that is, as said mostly, some not mostly, as said by some of you, is Node.js. Okay. So Node.js. What is Node.js? What is Node.js? Why do we need Node.js? What are the functions of Node.js? For that, don't worry about now. Okay, don't worry about it for now. Just just to focus on that. Node.js is used to run your JavaScript code. Okay. So for that, how do you download Node.js? How to download Node.js? Okay. उसके लिए do one thing. Quickly open your browser, right? Type Node.js download. Uh, ठीक है. Type Node.js, right? Download Node.js. Click on this first link. This is the official link of the Node.js, http.nodejs.org. Click on this, and as per the requirement, if you are having Windows PC, uh, I think most of you will be having 3064 bit. Okay, so you can use any of the link and just download it. If you're having Mac or Linux based operating systems, you can also use these two links. Okay, got it. After this, after installing Node.js, give it all the permissions that you need. Right. After installing it, just you are done with the part. This is how you install Node.js. Okay. Sir, after this bootcamp, can I jump into React or anything to learn? Vijay, so as I said earlier, it does not matter if you are attending it. It does not matter if you are thinking that the bootcamp will be enough or not. I'm just saying, if you are confident in your JS skills, if you think that you can make applications simply on vanilla JS, and you are very confident on your JavaScript skills, you can anyway go ahead and do React JS, right? Because React JS itself is consisting of JavaScript, right? But if you think that you still need some practice of JavaScript, you still need some hands-on with JavaScript, then I would suggest you to first focus on your JS skills, because it is a backbone. If your basics will not be clear, jumping to JavaScript right away will not make any difference. Got it? ठीक है. So ठीक है. So this is how you install Node.js. You have to do nothing. Just go on this website, nodejs.org. It will be the first thing that will open up. After this, uh, as per your operating systems on your machines, just download it from here. And as you are done with that, just open your VS Code. I hope everyone knows what is VS Code, right? Everyone has VS Code in their machines. I'm just assuming that. Okay, open your VS Code, and quickly open a website. Let's suppose, here only. Let's ignore the code for now. Okay, and here, as soon as after opening your VS Code, just type the command node hyphen v. Okay, as soon as you type this command, it will give you the version of node. Okay, if you are getting the version here, that means node is successfully installed on your machine, right? What did I say? I said just type this command node hyphen v, and if this comes up with so this is a version, right? Version 16.15.0. If this version comes up, that means node is successfully installed on your machines. Okay. uh 3 days of bootcamp repeatedly, which means I get, yes, definitely, Vijay. If you're paying full attention and practicing the code, definitely you can. It will give you confidence. And also try to make some projects apart from the one that I'll be doing in this bootcamp. Make 4 or 5 projects. It will give you confidence, and then you can jump to JS, jump to React. Sorry. तो सर npm is for React, not for this, right? चलो ठीक है, right? Clear till here, everyone? Can I have at least yes or no in the chat box? You got to know how to install Node.js and which command in the terminal to type after installing Node.js. It is node-v. As soon as you type this command, it will be a version here. This will indicate that Node has been successfully installed on your machines. Okay, I'll quickly write it here as well. How to download Node.js, right? Go on to the official docs of Node website. I think this is it is this link. I'll paste it here. Okay. Download the version. Download as per your operating system, right? जो भी आपका operating system है, whatever you have, even if it is Windows, Mac, or Linux, it doesn't matter. All the links are there. Operating system. Okay. After that, the final step is uh, head over to VS Code and type this command in the terminal. What is the command? It is node -v. Can we run JS code without node? You can, but not recommended. So other ways to click on your browser, right? Go to console, and here you can type whichever command, whichever code you want to. Here you can write whichever code you want to, and it will be executed. Okay, it is called as the browser console. This is the console part of it, right? But again, not recommended. This is only for checking some bugs and things like that. The most common way is to download Node.js and then go ahead with your implementation part. Okay. I think I have some question. Yes, npm and yarn is for React. अरे React why are you more concerned about React? होना पहले JS तो कर लो. Uh, so npm Raj, npm and npm first of all, npm and yarn, and they both are used for running React applications. Okay, they both are same. They both are same, but the difference is it has some different packages, and yarn has some different packages. They are made by different organizations, but the work is similar. Okay, there's no, there are two separate packages. You can use whatever you want to. Why do we need Node.js? You need Node.js to run your JavaScript code. A script tag, you can use it, but script tag may you'll be able to access the DOM, right? How will be able to run the JavaScript code? Script tag may, if script tag may, if you write some code, you have to go to the console to see it, right? But how will you see the output? That for that you need Node.js. I'll tell you. Don't worry about it. Don't worry. I'll tell you. ठीक है. So clear till here. Node applications हमने download कर लिए सबने. Everyone download it. You guys have downloaded Node application, or you need some time? Yes. Yeah, developer. It is the other way of running the JavaScript code. ठीक है. चलो everyone downloaded the Node application. Yes or no? Or you need some time? Do you want me to wait, or do you want me to go ahead using script application? You can log. Yes, you can run JavaScript for that, but for that also you'll either need Node, or you'll either need your console. Sir, Amit Sharma says, sir, we need Node.js as a backend technology. Is it different? It is the same thing. It is the same. Okay, download it. यस राइट ही सर। ठीक है, आगे बढ़े, डाउनलोड इट, चलो। Suresh, if you want to learn the complete JavaScript, so LetsUpgrade has their full stack development courses. So if I go on to letsupgrade.in, okay, here you will see a full stack development program. It will be consisting of your both front end as well as back end. Front end consisting of HTML, CSS, JavaScript, and back end consisting of Nodejs. Okay, if you want to go ahead and learn JavaScript completely, that too in depth with projects and with placement support, right? You can go ahead and explore the full stack development program. But I think for now it is, I think, what do I say? Uh, I think for now it is not starting. I think it will be starting in the upcoming days. For now, I think they only have Java DSA, and C++ programs for now. Okay, but they also do have full stack programs. Okay, they also have full stack programs. If you want, you can explore them, and you can also get support. Okay, the best part is that there is placement support in that, so you might not worry about the placements. There will be rest assured that you'll get placement there. Yes, Utpal, don't worry. I'll clear. Let me clear the doubts as well. I know you will cope up, but I need to maintain the pace of everyone, right? So don't worry about it. चलो ठीक है, ठीक है। अब आता है टॉपिक इज वेरिएबल्स। ठीक है, वेरिएबल आई थिंक सी प्लस प्लस में, जावा में और इन सब में भी होते हैं, राइट? सो व्हाट डू मीन बाय वेरिएबल्स? कौन बताएगा मेरे को व्हाट डू मीन बाय वेरिएबल्स? ठीक है, सो व्हाट डू यू मीन बाय वेरिएबल्स? ठीक है, व्हाट डू मीन बाय वेरिएबल्स? एनीवन? Containers to store values, right? Anyone else? Any other answer apart from that? Any other answers apart from Suresh? Containers for storing data. Harshit says data containers. Vijay says variable is a container. Harshit Rai. Just a container that is had some values. Durga says holding some value. Pranav says memory blocks. Variable is just a kind of container that we held the value, right? Temporary. Uh, yes, temporary also. ठीक है, right? ठीक है, as mostly said by you, variables are containers that are used to store values. ठीक है, और storages that hold certain or that hold some values. ठीक है, देखो, variables are nothing, so let's assume this is a container. Okay, this is a container that you have, and let's suppose want I want a value. Let's suppose I want something. Yeah, so I'll tell you the use case. So let's suppose I am in a program and I want something that can store some value. Let's suppose I want to store my name and I want to use my name in the future aspects of my program. So how will I do that? Obviously, I need to store that value in something, right? In something, that container. That container is called a variable. So let's suppose it is 1. So a equals to 10. For those of you who don't know what is var, just ignore it for now. For now, just concentrate and just think that it is a container that is storing a value. Okay. So this var a equals to 10. It is there inside a container. Assume successfully. Okay. It is there inside a container. Okay. Now, why? So it is there inside a container. This is acting here as a container. Okay, acting as a container. Okay. Now let's come to var. Okay. So what is var? Or how do you declare a variable? How do you declare slash create a variable? Yeah. How do you declare and or how do you create a variable? So for that, you first of all use a keyword that is var. Okay. For now, forget about let and const. Just concentrate on var. Okay. You have a keyword called var. After that, you type the variable name. Okay. Here will come the variable name. Okay. Here will come the variable name, and you put an equal to, and here you can store any value that you want. So let's suppose I am storing my name. Okay, as simple as that. So how do you declare it? Or for example, if I were to give an example, or example, var a equals to, okay. This is an example of a variable that I have created in JavaScript. Got it? Right? There are keywords like let and const as well, but for now, don't worry about that. Just focus on that. Okay. This is how we create a variable. So what is happening now? What is happening? So I told you, right? Variables are container. So I have given a name to this container. Let's suppose this container here, the name is, according to my above code, it is a. This is the name of my code. And what value have I given to this container? It is simply written. Now, with this container, I can access it whenever I want to in my code. Right? This container I can access whenever and wherever I want to in my code. This is the use of a container, right? This is the name of the container. Name of the This is the name of the container, and this is the value that I have given to the container. Okay, this is the value that I have given in the container. ठीक है? Yes, yes. Utpal, the name can be anything. You can. It can either be a capital letter, or it can, but it cannot be like this. It cannot be like a space two, a space b. Okay, apart from that, it can be anything. ठीक है? Clear what are variables and how do you declare variables? ठीक है? उसके बाद आता है कंसोल. What do you mean by console? अच्छा, यहाँ तक क्लियर है? Is the variable part clear? Yes or no in the chat box? Are variables clear? What do you mean by variables and how do you declare a variable? Okay. Tanvin says yes. What about others? Is the variable part clear? So Jatin says yes. What about others? Suresh clear. Others? Hi, Bhaki. What about others, guys? Utpal. Okay. Hack info says clear. Yes, clear. Nanthani clear. What about others? Okay, great. Yes, clear. चल ठीक है. Now the next part is console. ठीक है. First of all, before starting console, ठीक है. My question is how do you print variables or variables in in JS. Okay. So in C++ you use cout. In JavaScript in Java you use printf. Sorry, you use system.out.println, and in C you use printf, right? So what do you use to print a statement in JavaScript? What is the statement that you use? Anyone has got any idea about that? Anyone? How? What do we use? What do we use to print a statement? किसी को पता है? Yes, Vijay is rightly said by Vijay. Fahad says, okay, document dot write is another way, but for now we haven't done DOM tree, so I'm not touching document dot write. Yep, yep, okay. Harsha says console, Nanthani console, Harshit, Aki, Cole, Suresh coding, Vamshi Krishna, Tanav Bhardwaj, Utpal Patel. Yeah, okay. So for printing a statement in JavaScript, you use a keyword that is called console. Okay. By using console, you can print your statements or the variables in JavaScript. Okay. Now let's quickly jump to demo. Okay. So demo में let me make a JS file. Yeah. Let me make a JS file. By the way, okay. How do you make a JS file? The extension, right? How to make a JS file. For that, you use an extension called .js. Okay. First of all, you type the name of the file. Let's suppose script. This is my name of the file, and for with that, you use an extension called JS. So it is script.js. That's how you make a file. Okay. So I'll quickly come to the VS Code. I'll quickly make a new file. Script.js. Okay. Now, okay. First of all, I'll create a variable. Okay. So first of all, before creating, I'll declare a variable. Let's suppose var a. Okay. This is the declaration part. I have declared a variable here. Declaration of the variable. Okay. I have declared a variable. Now I want to assign a value to the variable. Let's suppose I'm giving a as my name. Okay. So this is the assigning a value to a variable. I hope my font size is enough. Okay. Let's increase the font size a bit. Okay. And let me also create another variable. Let's suppose var b, and b may, let's suppose uh, Rahul, any random name. Okay. Rahul. Now I need to console. I need to print the statement. So let's suppose I now type. I told you right how to print a statement. You use a keyword called console. Console, and with that you write console dot log, and here the content that you want to print. It could be a variable. Okay. It could also be a string. So let's suppose I don't want to store the content in a variable. I just want to print directly in the format of a string. So I'll use a single quotation mark here. Okay. So I'll quickly come here. I'll do console.log. First of all, I'll do a, then I'll do console dot log b. Okay. No, semicolon is not necessary. Okay. Kanav, see, one more important thing that I want to tell you, that JavaScript is such a beautiful language that all the errors or all the let's suppose mistakes that you do that are not that serious, JavaScript will take care of its own. Okay. So whether you write a semicolon at the end of the statement or not, when the code will compile, automatically uh, it will see all the errors. If there are any others, it will try to rectify all the errors on its own first of all. Okay. And with that, if all the errors are being rectified, it will just give you the desired output. Yes, it is the yes, as correctly said by Utpal, it is the most forgiving language. Okay, but that does not mean that you will avoid it. Yeah, that is not a good programming practice. You should try to use semicolons at each and every sentence, ending of the sentence. Okay, can we get the session video? Yes, all delete. So all the session will be recorded on YouTube as well. Okay, don't worry about it. Okay, now, okay, now as soon as you write this, so how do you run it? How I told you, right? You need Node for that. But what command you want to type? Okay, so I'll say instead of that, command to run JS file. Okay, what is the command? It is you type Node, right? After that, you type your file name. You type your file name. Okay. ठीक है. So sir, Raj says, sir, will you make JavaScript tutorial in Hindi? Hindi में I'm so if Raj, see, if you think that you're not able to understand a particular thing or particular concept, let me know in the chat box. I will explain the same concept in Hindi as well. Okay, don't worry about it. ठीक है, चलो. File and then the name of the file. So here I'll just type the name of the file. So let's suppose I'll come to the node, and what is the name of my file? It is script, right? SCRIP. And as soon as I do that, I will get the output in my terminal. So console.log A, that is Ritik, console.log B, that is Rahul. Okay, that is how you use it. Got it? How do you declare a variable? How do you assign a variable? And how do you print statements in JavaScript? Clear है? Everyone, yes or no? Is it clear? Clear till here, everyone? Yes or no? Kanav says clear. Harshit, okay. What about others? Prajapati clear. Clear. Suresh clear. Utpal clear. Nikunj clear. Let's upgrade together. Yes. Yes, Raj. Vijay clear. Out clear. Rachna, I'll tell you that also. Don't worry. ठीक है. Yes, sir. I'm coming to the initialization part. Okay, Harsha clear. Yes, Raj. No doubts. Jatin clear. Also, along with it, hosting. So, Tushar, I'll not be covering hosting today. I think it will confuse the most of you. Most probably take it tomorrow or day after tomorrow, right? If you want to print out the next line, what is the syntax? So, the syntax is normally this, right? So, in this also, it is printing on the next line. You just write console.log a. That's it. Spread की तरह क्लियर. हाँ, आगे बढ़ रहे हैं. चलो ठीक है. Sir, assigning a value, no semicolon. I didn't get your question, Durga. Girish says the term node is not. Girish, that means that node has not been correctly installed properly. You can try reinstalling it. चलो ठीक है. अब now I want you guys to answer this question. ठीक है. Now I do a. So initially I have a variable a and I have a variable b. Okay, and a is assigned as Ritik, b is assigned as Rahul. ठीक है. Now now let's suppose I do a as Rahul now and b as Ritik now. Okay. Now, what do you think will be the output in this case? What do you think will be the output in this case? Anyone? Anyone? In the chat box, will let me know the output. Okay, I have many responses. I have many responses. Okay, overwritten. It will take pre-assigned value. Second option. First, I'll be printed, then repeat. Yes. So I'll run it. Okay, I'll do node, and after that, I'll after noding, I'll type the name of my file. This is script. Node and script. Okay. So as you can see now here, A has been occupied with Rahul, and B has been occupied with Ritik. Yeah, that is the concept of reinitialize, right? I have reinitialized, right? Initially, it was initialized as Ritik, or it was not even initialized. It was earlier I had declared a variable. I had put in a value of Ritik in the A variable, that is the A container that I have, and in B container the value was Ritik. But now I had reversed it. That means that I can reassign, not reinitialize, reassign a value in case of a val. It will not give me any error. ठीक है ठीक है ठीक है Aditya says if I put console statement before reassigning the value, it is printing the old value or the new value. ठीक है Now I want you guys to answer me this one. Yeah. अब देखते हैं who gets this one correct. What do you think would be the answer of this one? बताओ क्या लगता है इसका आंसर क्या होगा? It will give you an error Kanav, because minus a is not a variable that you have, right? It will give you an error. Yeah. What do you think would be the answer for this one? Anyone? Ritik and Rahul. First output. Ritik is first. Okay. Any other answers? A Ritik, B Rahul. Any other answers? Because var is mutable, we can change the value. Ritik Rahul, Ritik Rahul, Ritik Rahul, Ritik output. Utpal says Ritik, Tushar, Amit, Rach, Rachana, Amit Sharma, Aditya Prasad, Narendra. ठीक है. So let's see what you guys are, how you guys are doing. Okay, it will say Ritik Rahul. Okay, why? Because when I did console statement, okay, the value was initially Ritik and Rahul, and after that my value was reassigned to Rahul and Ritik. So that is the only reason it will give me Ritik and Rahul in the first place. Yeah. Acha, someone was saying that what if I do this? Yeah, what if I do this? So it is same thing as printing it in two separate lines, and if you want to print it with a comma, it will just mean the same thing. Yeah. But the difference here will be that in this case it will give you the output in the same line. Okay. If you put a comma here, it will give you the output in the same line. Whereas if you do it like this, a and log of b, the output will be in different line. Yes, Harshit. Not mutable, I would say. I would say where in that you can reassign the values. Right? That is a more proper. That is the correct term. Okay. So now if I do node.script, in the first one it is printing in the same line. That is, I have put a comma here. Whereas in this case, it is printing in two separate lines because I have printed one below the other. Okay. So I'll quickly come here, reassign. Okay. That in that we can reassign the values, okay, any number of times that we want. That we want. Okay. The second point that I mentioned here is console.log a comma b versus console.log a and console dot log b. ठीक है. How to JavaScript error view in VS Code? Array, it's nothing. So let's suppose I come over to my VS Code, and let's suppose I try to print I try to print a variable. Let's suppose minus a. Okay, minus a is not declared, right? So in this case, what should happen? It should give me an error. Let's see how it comes up. Yeah. So it will say not. Acha, okay, okay. Let me just a second. Just a second. Let me do it bar. Let a and let me right. This is the concept of hosting. This is the concept of hosting. Huh, ठीक है, error. Let me tell you how to get an error. So let's suppose अच्छा एक काम करते हैं. Just for your example, just for your understanding that how to give error, right? I'll tell you because if I why is it coming not a number? Because it is again a concept of JavaScript that I'll be doing it later on. But for now, just focus on what is being said, right? So this is here. NN stands for not a number. ठीक है. Const a equals to let's say, ठीक है, and a here equals to Rahul. And if I do node step, right? So as soon because const is a variable that cannot be reassigned, but I'm reassigning it here, so it should give me an error, right? So this is the type of error that you get, right? So this is how you get an error. It literally said that assignment to constant operator, because assignment to a constant variable, because this is a constant variable and I'm assigning it again. So it will, my point being is it will just give you a error in the terminal itself if there is if there is any error. Okay. Got it. Whose doubt was it? Sridhar got it. How is error viewed in VS Code? Right. ठीक है. Sir, declaration and initialization, yes, declaration and initialization can be done in the same part. Yeah, this is also the same thing as this. So this will reduce the number of lines of code, right? It's the same thing. No, it is not visible in web pages. It is only visible in the browser, in the console. Console.log is not visible in the web page. Only in the browser and only in the terminal. That's it. Yes, not a number का नाम. चलो, ठीक है. Now let's move ahead. Console.log versus console.table. चलो. Console.log a comma b will print the output in the same line. Okay. Whereas console.log a and console.log b will give or will print the output in different format. All right. So this is the main difference between console.log a and console.log b. ठीक है. Clear है? Now the next topic that we have is data types. Data types. ठीक है. Anyone? What do you mean by data types? What do you mean by data types? Sir, everyone. So everyone also, Gutpal says that everyone at work also checks this in browser console, not in terminal. Yes. Yes, Gutpal. So it is always recommended that you comment out all the console.log in your project so that the comments are the printing is not the consoling is not visible. Sir, Tushar says, where is let you do? So let and const I'll be covering it not today in the later part of the bootcamp because for that you need to understand a concept called as hosting. That's why I'm not covering it now. So okay. The next question is what do you mean by data types? Okay, Raj Veri has given a very good answer. Apart from this, Amit Sharma says what type OS variable we have. What type OS variable we have? I didn't get it. Amit, can you please come again? Doesn't say specifying the type of data, right? Great. Vijayani's example is area. Great. Okay. Okay. Integer, string, boolean, float. Okay. By the way, there is nothing called integer in JavaScript. Right? Data type tells you what type of data is being stored in a variable. A good answer. Very good answer. ठीक है. Right. So, what do you mean by data? What do you mean by data types? They are nothing. Okay. Data types tell you what type of okay, what type of data is being stored in a variable. Right. Right, Harshit. अरे आप चार चार बार क्यों लिख रहे हो एक बार में इट इज विजिबल टू बी ठीक है yes exactly Prajapati. ठीक है they tell you what are the different types of data or what is the type of the data that is stored inside my variable right I have a variable inside that variable I have a data so the type of data that is there that is called a data type right I'll tell you the examples ठीक है so let's suppose what exactly do you mean by data type right so let's suppose what are so for now what are the types of data what are the data types that we have okay in javascript okay in javascript we have a data type called a number remember in c++ java instead of number it is the data type that you do is it's an integer right but inside javascript the data type that you have is a number ठीक है नंबर के बाद you have a data type called as a string ठीक है उसके बाद you have a data type called as boolean ठीक है now ये जो हमने डेटा टाइप्स करे राइट ऑल दीज थ्री डेटा टाइप्स दे कम अंडर प्रिमिटिव दे कम अंडर primitive data type ठीक है whereas whereas there is a data type called as an object ठीक है this comes under non primitive this comes under non primitive data type ठीक है so the two data types what you have here is primitive and non primitive right primitive consists of string integer sorry number string and a boolean whereas objects right objects inside objects arrays also come because array is in after all at the end of the day is an object itself right so if I were to tell you inside here also arrays can also be a part but I'll tell you at the later end of the session that everything everything in javascript can you everything in the javascript is in the form of an object so For the time being, I'll mention array here as well, but for now, I'll not, right? Sir, can you share this PPT? Yeah, I'll do that. Jatin, don't worry. Okay? Right. So now let me just quickly come to this one. Okay? Let me just comment this part out, and now I want you guys to tell me. Yes. So let's suppose I declare a variable. I declare a variable. Let's suppose a, and this is, let's suppose Delhi. Okay. Now I declare another variable that is a, which is by the name of Kolkata. Okay. Okay. And now I try to print the statements console.log a, comma console.log b. Okay. And I have another variable that is var c equals to 10. Okay. Now, what are you inferring from this? This is a string, right? This is also a string, right? But this here is a number, right? But as you can see, I have declared var in all the three cases, whether it is a string, whether it is a number. चलो एक और चीज लो, var d equals to false. Now I have four variables and three data types. Okay, but the way I have declared var is the same in all the three cases. But remember, if you see if you were to look at Java or C++, you need to specify the data type. Let's suppose int a, char a, right, and boolean a. You have to mention the type. But here in JavaScript, you don't need to mention the data type while declaring. JavaScript will automatically check the data type and will give you the output is corresponding to that only. Okay, that is again the beauty of JavaScript. It will not give you any error and it will not say you to explicitly declare any variable, but but it will automatically on its own check out whether if it is a string, if it is a number, or if it is a boolean value. Okay, what is this concept called? This concept here is known as loosely typed language. So if I were to tell you that JavaScript is a loosely typed language, okay, what do you mean by loosely typed language is that what is what is its meaning? Okay, that you as a developer don't don't have to explicitly explicit uh, what is the spelling of explicit? Explicitly. You don't have to explicitly declare or tell the data type while declaring. ठीक है? So, what is the difference between let and var? Rachna, as I told you, right? I'll be covering var and const the later part of this section. But for now, please be focused on what is being taught, right? Because if I tell you the difference, and if I explain you the difference, if I tell you the concept behind let and const also, many of you will get confused because it is you have to first for that know a concept called as hosting. Before hosting, there's no point in teaching you for let and const, right? The difference between. That's why I'm not doing it, but be rest assured that it will be taught, right? String number. What is the data type of var a equals to this? It will be a string. Be the same in sir PHP2. अच्छा, PHP, I don't teach PHP, Raj, but I teach React, so don't worry. Explicitly, Acha. I think there is no explicitly, अच्छा, ठीक है, DECL, हाँ डिक्लेयर, ठीक है. Who will tell Vijay that what is the difference between explicit and implicit? It is just an English word, man. So if I type explicit, ex, explicit meaning, it says not hiding anything. नहीं, showing or talking explicit. कुछ और meaning है. More, let me go to one more definition. Yeah, it means revealing. You don't have to reveal, you don't have to tell separately that so by explicit I mean that you don't have to tell separately to your browser that this is a number data type or this is a string data type. All I did here is I have declared a common data type for all the data types, right? This has a string, this also has a string, this has a number, this has a boolean, right? So now, what do you think, what do you guys think will be the answer for this one? Will it give me an error or will it print all the values? Tell me. No Burst knowledge. You have to declare a variable first, right? I told you, right? Declaration. First you have to declare, then only you can use it. Raj front end. ठीक है. So print all. ठीक है. All. Any other answer? चलो. ठीक है. I get all the values. I get Delhi. I get Kolkata. I get 10 and I get false. Right? Right? Got it? So you don't need to explicitly tell the data type. It will all be covered. JS will take care of that. चलो. अच्छा. Now I'll tell you. Uh, var e equals to type of a, ठीक है. A var a b c d e f equals to type of b, var g equals to type of c, var h equals to type of d. देखो टाइप ऑफ करता क्या है ना, आई विल टेल यू. एंड इफ आई कंसोल log e, it is f, it is g, and it is h. ठीक है. a b c d e f g. अब देखो सीधा आउटपुट, राइट? It is giving me string, number, and a boolean, right? Yep, easiest way, got it right. Okay. So what does it do? Type of A will give you the data type of the variable that is there. So let me come over to it again. What is happening is I have four variables, right? And in this E, I'm saying give me the type of A. What is the type of A? Type of means what is the data type of A? In simple words, it is a string. It has given me an output called a string. In F, I am doing type of B, right? What is the type of B? It is a string. It is giving me a string in this case, right? Now, if I do type of C, it is giving me a number in this case, and again false. Acha. Now I have a question for you. Let's suppose var y equals to 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, and var abcdefghi equals to type of y. Okay, and here I print y, and here I print y, and here I print out I. Okay. Now I want you to guess the output for this one. List. Okay. Easiest way is array. What about others? What about others? What will be the output for this one? Array, I think. Okay. Object. Okay. I have mix of answers. Array. Okay. Prajapati is array. Kanav Bhardwaj array. Jatin Yadav list. Kanav Bhardwaj array. What about others? तुषार मल्होत्रा ऑब्जेक्ट देखते हैं कौन सी होता है तुषार मल्होत्रा से ऑब्जेक्ट ठीक है व्हाट अबाउट अदर्स हर्षित राय से नंबर ओके अनदर आंसर नंबर ओके चलो ठीक है लेट्स कट डाउन द suspense and let's see so it is giving me an object right अब why object why is it giving me an object yeah remember I told you that arrays are objects only ठीक है so if I tell you that arrays in JavaScript SCRIPT are treated as objects. Okay. If you don't know what are objects, don't worry about it. But for now, just know this fact that object is a data type and array is an object in JavaScript at least. Okay. In C, C++, Java, Python, it is an array only. But in case of JavaScript, it is an object. ठीक है अच्छा एक बहुत ही इंटरेस्टिंग फैक्ट रिगार्डिंग एरेज ठीक है सो so yep everything in JavaScript is an object right so a very uh, conceptual question that comes up often very often in an interview right it has personally been asked to me a lot of time in an interviews while giving a front end interview right what are arrays in JavaScript? Remember, there will be a difference in the definition of arrays in C, C++, Java, and arrays in case of JavaScript. Okay. So I want, let's see what have you guys got. I want you to tell me what do you mean by arrays. Okay, let me see who gets this answer correct. So I'll tell you what do you mean by arrays in JS. Let's see who has got this answer. Okay. So I have an answer from Harshit. He says arrays can store different data types. Arrays in JS can store different data types. I have an answer from Tushar. Array stores a collection of data types. ठीक है प्रजापति don't know ठीक है no issues. Sequence of values can be stored inside array. Array contains similar types of data type as said by Wilson. Remember he says similar data types right. Arpit says collection of elements. Aditya says list of items with same data type which are stored in consecutive address in the RAM. Very well said, Aditya. Neeraj says set of elements. Yad says, Raj says used to store values in a single variable. Okay. So that says arrays are objects in JS. अरे वो तो मैंने बता दिया but again what do you exactly mean by arrays? Easiest way says arrays are used to store multiple values in a single variable. Kanav says non-primitive data type. अच्छा he also says homogeneous. ठीक है because we can have different types of ठीक है देखो cutting down the suspense in JavaScript इन JavaScript चलो पहले commonly ठीक है arrays are continuous CONTIN continuous CONTIN U UOUS. हाँ, arrays are continuous blocks of memory. ठीक है, ये तो था जनरल आंसर, बट वेयर डज JS मेक्स इट डिफरेंट? ठीक है, इन जावास्क्रिप्ट, right? In JavaScript, arrays are heterogeneous. ठीक है, in JavaScript, arrays are heterogeneous. आप लोगों ने पढ़ा था in C++, in C, in Java, that arrays are homogeneous. That is, they can only contain a similar data type in a particular array. ठीक है, but but in JavaScript arrays are heterogeneous. ठीक है, that is, what do I mean by heterogeneous? ठीक है, that or that is, ठीक है, you can store a number, string, boolean, in fact an object also, an object. ठीक है, or whatever data types that you know of, you can store all of them in a single single array. ठीक है, unlike 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 in C, C++, Java, where they are homogeneous, GEN, they are homogeneous and can only contain a similar data type. ठीक है, so in JavaScript it is heterogeneous. ठीक है, now I'll quickly come to VS Code and I'll show you an example. चलो, let me comment all of this part. सब कुछ मैंने कमेंट कर दिया. ठीक है, I'll declare an array. So how do you declare an array? ठीक है, how do you declare an array? अभी सबको पता ही होगा, but for those of you don't know, I'll tell you how to declare an array. कुछ नहीं करना, कीवर्ड, ठीक है, var कीवर्ड, name that you want to give equals to, and inside two square brackets you fill in the details that what you want. Let's suppose 1 2 3 for this list. ठीक है, so similarly I'll do var, let's suppose arr equals to 1 2 3. ठीक है, अब यहाँ तक तो I have a number data type. ठीक है, 1 is a number, 2 is a number and 3 is a number. अब देखो, let's suppose I want to have a string as a data type. I can very much have that without, it will not give me any error. ठीक है, एक और, चलो let's suppose राहुल. अब देखो, I am even including a boolean value. Number include किया, string include कर दिया, I've also included a boolean value. If I want, I can also include an object. Okay? The point being is, it is a heterogeneous mixture of a data. Now, if I try to print console.log arr, ठीक है, अब देखो इसका आंसर, I will get 1 2 3 Ritik, Rahul and true. ठीक है, whereas if the same thing you would have done in C, C++ or Java, it would have given you an error. Right? Error आता ना, if you would have done it in C, C++, Java, error would have definitely come. But here, no, Grish, no. So it is not there. ठीक है, but here in JavaScript, it is working very fine. Okay, this is array for you in JavaScript. This is very different from what you have been doing till now, right? So you have to make sure that the difference is a hell lot. It is heterogeneous, and in other languages, in Python, I'm not sure because I haven't done Python, but I'm sure about C, C++, and Java. It is homogeneous. Yes, Arpit. Arpit, yes. Yes, Aditya. Aditya has a very good question. He says, let's suppose I have another variable where ARR1 equals to, let's suppose, 4, 5, and 6. He says, can I add this array one here also? Let me declare it here. Okay. Can I so what do you think? Can I add array one inside another array? Will it give me an error or will it give me an the desired result? What do you guys think? What do you guys think? Will it give me an error here or will it just simply print out the desired output? Error, yes. Sorry, if desired output, yes. If error, no. Yes or no in the chat box. Quick. Desired result. Okay. You can add the array. Naveen says you can add the array. Easiest way says desired result. Abhishek, yes. Arpit says yes, we can. What I've only got 4 responses till now out of 80 or 83 watching. What about others? We can store array. Okay. Fahad says, right, easiest way, Durgan says, okay. Anil says we can add without any error, right? Girish says it is possible. So now it will give you 4 at the end. Okay. It will print the desired result. Harsha says, right? Neeraj says we can. Nanthani says desired result. Setu says yes we can. Pradapati also says yes. Chalo. Great. ठीक है ठीक है. So as correctly said by most of you, it will give me the desired result. अब देखो, I have 1 2 3 number. I have Ritik and Rahul string, and I have a boolean value true, and I also have an array inside an array that is an object in this case. And yes, it is giving me the desired output, right? Right? I think most of you, I think all of you, in fact, all of you got this correct. That means that you are doing very good till far, very good so far, right? If you carry out this attitude and this activeness in the class, I rest assured you in the upcoming 3 days, every basics till the higher level, all GS will be clear to you, right? I believe that yes, Naveen, array is an object, right? Array is considered as an object as well. So if I do type of ARR1, I'll get an object here, not an array. I think you joined late, right? So we have covered this part as well. Okay. Clear till here? Yes or no? Yes or no? Clear or not? Yes, you guys will rock. JavaScript बहुत आसान है. If you do it with your heart and soul, it will make you rich. JavaScript will make you rich if you give it your heart and soul. I can best assure you this. ठीक है? Clear? भाई बहुत अच्छा देगा. So just don't worry about the money. Just for now, focus on the skills. Yeah, there's no limit of how much you can earn if you are a good JavaScript developer. React, Arpit, देखो, the whole purpose of introducing React to was to make development easier. ठीक है? And आप कह रहे हो React easy नहीं है. You're contradicting, right? If again I'm reiterating, if you are clear with your JS concepts, if you are very confident in your JS concepts, right, React will be very easy for you. Okay, I can see some smiley faces from Prajapati and Dhananjay. I think, right? So trust me, ऐसा बहुत होगा. But it's just a matter of skills, right? But skills के लिए you need to work hard. If you are having enough skills in tech field, you don't need to worry about uh, the money part of it. All right. चलो. ठीक है। अच्छा, एक और चीज, ठीक है। लेट्स सपोज यू हैव एन एरे, ठीक है, you have an array. Next boot camp is React. I think the React boot camp is scheduled on 25th or 26th. I'm not sure, but around this time only. Just chill, enjoy and study. Yep. ठीक है, चलो, ठीक है। अब there are certain methods in JavaScript that you have, ठीक है। I like to cover those as well. सारे नहीं करेंगे, just the simple ones, ठीक है। Let's suppose you you already have an array declared and you want to insert another uh, I would say element in JS, ठीक है। So how do you insert another element in JS? You have a keyword called as push, ठीक है, हम push यूज करते हैं, ठीक है। So in array one, let's suppose I want to add another number, let's suppose 100. So I simply do one thing, arr, but I'll type the name of my array, what is it, and after that I'll use a dot operation. I'll use push, okay, arr dot push. After the push, I'll tell my array that which value or which element do I want to push. Let's suppose I want to push 100. Okay, array dot push 100. And if after that, if I do console.log, यहीं से कॉपी कर लेते हैं इसको, console.log arr, ठीक है। In this case, what do you think will be the output, right? So push, again I'll tell you, push will add element at the last of your array. So now if I do console.log, I can see 100 has been 100 has been added at the end of my array, ठीक है। 100 has been added at the end of my array, ठीक है। Similarly, if you want to delete, so this is for push is for adding element in an array, ठीक है। You also have pop, ठीक है, एक होता है pop, as the name suggests, pop क्या करेगा, pop will delete, ठीक है, delete from the last of your array, from the last index of your array. So let's suppose if I do arr dot pop, ठीक है, and now if I print my array, let's see what I get. So the 100 that I added initially, that I pushed initially, now I have popped it, so it has been deleted from the array, ठीक है। अच्छा, now I want you guys to tell me the I want you guys to tell me the output for this one. yes, JS में यूज होता है, प्रोजेक्ट्स में भी यूज होता है, राइट, बहुत जगह यूज होता है, ठीक है। So अब tell me the answer for this one. I'll push, uh, I'll do arr dot push. Let's suppose 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Let's suppose a string value. Let's suppose Dhananjay, and let's suppose और कोई क्या नाम था, प्रजापति, राइट, प्रजापति। I hope I've spelled it correctly. Prajapati, Prajapati, ठीक है, ठीक है। I have these values, right? I have pushed these values. और एक काम करते हैं, ऐसे नहीं पुश करते, let's push it like this. Array dot push 7, arr dot push धनंजय, right, and last में let me push Prajapati, right, arr dot push Prajapati, ठीक है। उसके बाद इसके बाद what I plan to do is yes Harshit, yes. What I plan to do is I plan to pop it. Now I'm doing arr dot pop and I'm calling this 3 times, or let's suppose 2 times, arr dot pop, ठीक है। Now what do you think will be the now if I try to console my array, ठीक है, what do you think will be the output for this one? Again reiterating, I have an array, this consists of 1 2 3 Ritik, Rahul, True, and arr. Arr is this. Then I have pushed 7, I have pushed Dhananjay, I have pushed Prajapati. Then I have popped two values from the last part. Okay. What do you think would be the answer for this one? Okay. Only 7 will be added at the end. What about others? What about others? What would be the okay, tell me what will be the last index of my array that will be printed. The 7 will be remaining at the end. Okay. What about others? I've only got two answers, one from EGC and another from Kana. What about others? Fahad says only 7 will be added. Okay. Both strings are removed. Okay. Till 7, only 7 will be added. 7, only Prajapati. Sir, only 7 will be added. Tushar Malhotra, 7. I have mixed up answers. Prajapati says Prajapati. Okay. At last. ठीक है. What about others? 9. 9 कहाँ पे है? 9 तो है भी नहीं. अच्छा. नहीं, 9 तो है भी नहीं. Okay. 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 चलो. लास्ट वैल्यू चलो ठीक है. सो लेट अस सी हम ही रहेंगे लास्ट में. देखते हैं आप रहोगे या नहीं. और आप नहीं रहे. देखो हुआ क्या. आफ्टर दिस ठीक है. मैंने आई हैव पुश्ड 3 वैल्यूज. ठीक है. वन इज 7. द सेकंड वन इज धनंजय. द थर्ड वन इज प्रजापति. 3 वैल्यूज आई हैव पुश्ड. उसके बाद आई हैव कॉल्ड पॉप ट्वाइस. पहले पॉप में क्या होगा. दिस वैल्यू विल गेट डिलीटेड. ठीक है. सबसे पहले आप निकलोगे. उसके बाद पॉप करने पे दिस वैल्यू विल गेट डिलीटेड. ठीक है. आफ्टर दैट द लास्ट वैल्यू दैट आई विल बी हैविंग हियर इज इट विल बी 7. ठीक है. 7 में ऑब्वियसली पता है क्योंकि 7 विल बी द लास्ट वैल्यू दैट विल बी रिमेनिंग आफ्टर आई विल बी कॉलिंग पुश. राइट. एज सिंपल एज दैट. तो आंसर में ऑब्वियसली 7 होना चाहिए और जो कि है. ठीक है. ठीक है. अच्छा. आज का लास्ट मेथड. ठीक है. लास्ट मेथड फॉर टुडे. हमने पुश किया. वी डिड पुश एंड वी डिड पॉप. ठीक है. नाउ yes sir from the last one. ठीक है. नाउ आई हैव अ मेथड कॉल्ड एज कॉनकैट. ठीक है. अब देखो क्या होगा. I have an array 1, I have an array 2. Up I want to make another array. Let's suppose that ARR2, which will consist of, let's suppose एक string value है मेरे पास that says concat underscore ARR. ठीक है. अब now I want और एक और value let's suppose example. ठीक है. अब देखो. अब now I want to concat. Concat means I want that this array 2 should be included in this array, this ARR. First way is that I'll push it. The second way is concatenation way. ठीक है. तो if I do ARR dot operation के साथ, if I use concat, if I do ARR2, ठीक है. And now if I console dot log ARR, now let's see what do we get. ठीक है. concat हुआ नहीं क्या. एक सेकेंड. ठीक है. Yes, we will push array 2 inside ARR1. As simple as that. Okay. Let me just see ARR1 dot concat ARR2. It is not concatenating for some reason. Let me see why. ARR dot concat ARR2. ठीक है. हाँ. After that, I'll just print console.log. Okay. I need to store it inside another variable. So let's suppose var3 equals to error.concat. ठीक है. Now I'll print var3. ठीक है. अब देखो. Now see the output. So I will get the answer in this format. ठीक है. What did I get? So initially I had my array till this part, ARR1. That is till 7, right? My last output was till 7 inside ARR1. अब मैंने क्या किया? I took another array and I merged ARR2 with ARR1. Concatenation means merging. और कुछ कंफ्यूज मत हो इसके अंदर. It simply means that you are merging two arrays. Concatenation itself means concatenation means merging, right? It's an English word. So if I do ARR dot concat ARR3, that means that whatever values there in ARR1, it will get merged with the values of ARR2. Let's suppose concat array an example. So right. So in this case, if I tell you this is there, and after this I also concatenated ARR concatenated array an example. As simple as that. ठीक है. For example, ये देखो कुछ नहीं है. Concatenation just means merging. मैंने क्या किया? I first of all I had this array right ARR. उसके बाद I created another array with the name of ARR2. अच्छा let me change this name. आप शायद नेम से कंफ्यूज हो रहे हो. Let me type 100 and 101. ठीक है. उसके बाद I have another array that is 100 and 101. Now I want to merge these two arrays. Merge what? Array1 and array2. उसके लिए I use concat method. एक method होता है concat method. So what I did is I did ARR dot concat ARR2. Yes, easiest way, yes. ठीक है. Now if I print it, I will get 1 2 3 4 till 7 and I concatenated this array as well. तो मेरे को ये array भी I get it. फॉर्मेट में आएगा ना. पहले फॉर्मेट में इसलिए नहीं आ रहा था क्योंकि इट वाज एक्सीडिंग द लेंथ. ये एक्सीड हो रहा था इसका बिट, तो इसलिए इट केम ऑन द नेक्स्ट टाइम. बट नाउ its length is reduced, it is getting concatenated. Concatenating is nothing yaar, it's just concat means merging two or more arrays. ठीक है. प्रजापति देखो concatenating means merging. ठीक है. How do I merge? By for merging I need to have at least two arrays, right? तो उनको merge करना है. So initially I had array1 and I had array2 जो कि I want to merge it inside array1. So for that I use ARR1, that is my first array. I use dot concat means I want to merge array1 inside array2. ARR1 dot concat ARR2. ठीक है. And then I'm just printing it inside that. कुछ नहीं हो रहा, बस जो पुश कर रहा था, राइट. We can also do it by using push, but this is also a method that you can know and you can be aware of because it is also useful. It is very useful in case of strings. String we also use concatenation. So concatenation means merging two or more arrays. Concat basically हमने concatenate किया है बस, that's it. Why it's printing in the same way, right? Different way में कहाँ print हो रहा है? Yes, Fahad. You have to declare another array and that you have to print. अरे भाई हर्षित क्या कर रहे हो? चलो ठीक है. ठीक है. So with that being said, that was all for today's lecture. I hope you enjoyed it, right? So do let me know how you felt about the lecture. Plus, tomorrow we'll be covering objects. How do you declare objects, right? The looping method. What are the various types of loops that you have? And we'll be covering functions, right? After functions, we will be covering, if we get time, we'll be covering DOM, right? So these are the topics for tomorrow. Please make sure if you get time to revise today's class, right? At least see what all what all what all concepts we did today. चाहे तो 2x speed पे देख लो. You can do it in 2x speed if you want, but please make sure to revise because you won't revise, everything will be got to your head, right? I hope you enjoyed it. So that was all for today's class, and we'll meet tomorrow at the same time, right? चलो, uh, welcome everyone, welcome. चलो ठीक है. With that being said, let's find up the session and we'll meet tomorrow, right? चलो, bye everyone, bye.